What is up, everybody? It's CJ Plays here, and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build, and today we're going to be building an old Victorian home. Now, I'm building this house for my Nightmare Legacy family over on Twitch. I do a separate Nightmare Legacy like I do on YouTube, but it's a different one. Different family, different storylines, and it's really crazy. I feel like the one on YouTube is a lot more calm compared to the Twitch one, because on Twitch, it's a lot of nonsense, y'all. We have resurrections, we have meteorites that come and kill my Sims, we have it's a lot. Robots, we have a lot. So the Sims on Twitch are filthy stinking rich. They have around like 500,000 simoleons, and when I bulldozed the house, there was even like more money because I got rid of everything, so they're rich. So I wanted like a really big house, and I was gonna have this house look like really old and just run down looking, but then I was like, why don't we just have a really nice fancy Victorian home for them, because why not? They're rich, and I feel like a big Victorian home in the desert, I don't know, I just like that vibe. So that's what I went with. Now this house uses a lot of content from Supernatural. The windows came from the graveyard set. I think it's on the Sims 3 store. That's like the Grimm's graveyard set. So that's where the windows came from. So usually when I do like speed builds and stuff like that, I don't really like limit myself in the packs that I use, because there's just so many items in this game, and a lot of the stuff is not properly tagged anyway, so it's just no need for me to even try. So yeah. Also, I didn't realize that by the time I was finished with this build that I think we had around like 300,000 simoleons, so this house barely put a dent in my Sims funds. These Sims are still gonna be rich, okay? So that's funny. Because the household before this had a lot of money also, but they own businesses and stuff. So they had like a resort, they own some property, a restaurant, but the Sims in this world don't. So basically what I do is a Nightmare Legacy challenge, if you don't know, is like a normal legacy, but you play on short lifespan and you try to get to 10 generations. While on YouTube we're on generation like 5, but on Twitch we're like on generation 25, no, I think we're like on 26 or about to be on 27. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to get to 100 generations, but because the Sims 3 is the way it is, I changed the world every 10 generations just to kind of keep the save file from corrupting or just getting too unplayable. So I moved, so like the first ever like world we played in for the first 10 generations were in Saffron Bay, then we were in Meadowglen, and then now we're in Woeford, which I've looked at all 3 of those worlds on my channel. So if you want to get like a closer look at those worlds, I'll leave the videos linked down below. I do a lot of world overviews on my channel, so yeah. But moving on, this is like the main living room section, and I don't even know if a Sim can sit down and watch TV, because I think in this game the TV has to be like it has to be like kind of close to a chair, otherwise when your Sim goes to watch TV they'll just stand in front of it. So I don't really know if a Sim can actually sit down and watch TV. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but listen, it just be like that, okay? Feel free to change the house if you need to. Now, moving on, we are in the kitchen part, and you'll notice the fridge is in a little nook area. So what I did was I don't know, I like the idea of it being in a nook area, but then I changed it. So I built a wall behind it, and I just kind of like brought up the fridge so it could be kind of equal with the countertops and stuff like that. You'll notice that I use, like I said, a lot of stuff from Supernatural. So I use a lot of the kitchen-y type stuff, like the appliances. I use that. I also copied the style from the sink that came with Supernatural and applied it to the cabinets. So I think it looks really nice. This house kind of has like a dark teal, kind of like black and white gray kind of color scheme, and I really like that because we play with so we have like a lot of occults in the household. We have like vampires, we have plumbots. There's just a lot. So I was like, you know what, let's just kind of play into that. So that's why the house looks again like an old Victorian house. I like the idea. Again, these Sims are rich. I kind of wanted to go through some of the money, but before I forget, I do want to say thank y'all so much for 2,000 subscribers. Now we've been at, or a little bit over 2,000 subscribers now for a while, but I like pre-record my videos, so I never really got the chance to tell y'all, thank you for 2,000 subscribers, because all those videos were filmed before we hit it. But now that we are, at that point, I just want to say thank y'all so much. Again, I never really saw myself becoming like a YouTuber. Like, I used to watch YouTube all the time in high school and college, but I never thought that's what I would be doing. But it's been a lot of fun so far, and I love the fact that y'all love my content. A lot of y'all come over from YouTube to Twitch or vice versa, and I really appreciate that. A lot of y'all are in the Discord server, which I have a server, if you don't know. It's dedicated primarily to The Sims, but we talk a lot about other things, and I just really appreciate all the love and support, because it feels good to know that people like things that you make. It's just a good feeling. I also do want to thank y'all also for like bearing with me when I play other games that's just not Sims, because I don't know, there's a lot of good games out there, y'all, and I love Sims. Sims is not going anywhere on my channel or on streams. I will always love Sims, but it's just kind of cool sometimes to play other games, just kind of shake things up a bit. So I've been playing like Slime Rancher over on Twitch. I've been playing the SpongeBob Rehydrated game. Let's say Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I've been playing that. And we played Stardew Valley the other day with a friend of mine I played with, and it was a lot of fun. I've learned how to fish on Stardew Valley, which I don't like fishing in that game. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, fishing in Stardew Valley is not my favorite thing. I think they changed it to make it easier, but I just don't. It's not my favorite thing. I'm getting kind of good at it now, but at the time it was my least favorite. So anyway, this house also has like two nurseries, one upstairs, one downstairs. The one upstairs is by the family gym. Like, here's the thing, this house, again, so big. When I was making the floor plan, I didn't really think about the fact that we have so many rooms, because I was like, oh, we'll run out of money before we get to that point. But no. Again, I think we have around 300,000 simoleons after building this house. So yeah. So I was like, we need to fill some of the space up. So this room right here was going to be like a sunroom. It's still, I guess, kind of a sunroom, but I don't know. I was going to put like I put planters in here so your Sims could kind of grow stuff inside the house. We have a greenhouse on this lot. However, I don't think it worked all the way or something. Something weird with it, because like the stuff inside is growing but it's still dormant. It's weird. So I have like a skill building room inside of the house where we have like the bot machine, and we have, I moved those planters out of this room into that room. There's also like an alchemy station in there, because like a Sim in my household knows alchemy. So that room is like the skill building room. There's also a home gym upstairs, because why not? This world this world is getting to be a little bit laggy, because I've been playing in it for almost 10 generations in the game, and y'all know Sims 3 worlds tend to just be kind of laggy after a while. It just be like that sometimes. So I was like, why don't we just have stuff at home so we don't always have to leave, because and then on top of that, I stream this game, so I feel like that's like adding extra strain on the game sometimes. So I was like, why don't we just have things at home that we can do, and then, if we need to go out, we can go out. Because there's also, like, you'll see it in the video, but upstairs is, like, a really big game area with, like, games and stuff like that. Like, this world, Woeford, has an arcade. It has a gym. But, I don't know. I just like having things at home, too. Maybe you don't want to go out all the time. So, yeah, so this is the skill building room. We also have a plumb bot, so I do have the charging station over there in the corner. Now, the last home that I built for this family is up on my channel. You'll see in that video, everything is kind of run down and grungy looking, because we're playing in Woeford, right? So Woeford is like a poverty-stricken, like, Mad Max kind of world. That's how I see it, like a dystopian type of world. And, the Sims in the household, like all their clothes and stuff had like really old patterns and stuff like that, and the wallpaper was really old with brick, and it was just a lot of really old rundown stuff. But for this house, since we have so much money, we can still, I guess, pretend or roleplay as being like really like poor and dystopian, but like these Sims are living really high on the horse at this point. Okay, they probably have more money than anyone in the whole entire world. So I was like, let's just make this house look somewhat fancy. It looks kind of old, but still kind of fancy. So I was like, yeah, let's just kind of keep some stuff at home, and let's just kind of play into that. So this is like why this house looks not super run down and stuff like that. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then of course we do have like a bunch of vampires in the household. So I have like a bedroom over here with vampire altars. My Sim, or my current heir, she was my current heir, but my heir at the time name was Bubbles, and she had two twins. Oh my gosh, y'all, that whole entire family is just going crazy right now, because she had a baby daddy named Sean, and essentially he died. He was a vampire. Well, he was a normal Sim, but we turned him into a vampire, and he died of thirst, because I have about a cajillion Sims in this household, so it's kind of hard to keep up with everyone. And he was sleeping, and when he woke up, he died of thirst. So we resurrected him with the door of life and death. Well, he came back as a kid. So his baby mom is not only raising their daughters together, but she's also raising him again. It's The Sims 3, y'all. There's this object called the Door of Life and Death. It's store content. It comes with like the Grimm's Graveyard set on the Sims 3 store, and it's a really cool object because you can use it to like resurrect Sims, or you can like literally make your Sim have a baby with like another Sim in the world without them even woohooing. And you can also do it with occult Sims too. It goes crazy. It's a really crazy object, and I think it's supposed to mimic or call back to the Tombstone of Life and Death from The Sims 2 days. But yeah, it's stored content. I use it from time to time, and we brought him back. And the crazy part about it is, if you have pets installed, there's a chance that your Sim, like for example, he was a vampire Sim, but when he died, he was like a human Sim, so to speak. Well, there's a chance if you have pets installed that they can come back as a dog or a cat, or like a kitten or dog, or kitten or puppy or whatever. And something happened. He didn't. He came back as a human, but we had a dog in the household. And when the dog died, we used the tombstone of life and death because I didn't know at the time that it could work that way. I thought it only worked on human Sims. But no, my dog came back as a cat. And it's really, I think it's glitched because in the panel, like the little panel at the bottom of the UI, it still shows it like my dog, my cat now, but it still shows it being a dog, even though it's a cat. So it might be corrupted, but listen, I just need my save file to last for a little bit longer, okay? And then we'd be good to go. Like a couple more generations and then I can move to a different world. This bedroom is like one of the master bedrooms, by the way. And it's one of my favorite ones. I think I'm going to have Bubbles sleep in this room because it's just so nice. I like the little corner piece with the window. And I based this house off of a house that I saw on Google. I did change a bunch about it, though, so it doesn't look just like that house. But it kind of looks similar to a house that I seen on Google. And I don't know. I feel like if I would have built this house in The Sims 4, it would probably look a lot more like it did in the picture. But, you know, got to take some liberties in The Sims 3. So I still like the way this house turned out, though. Again, I don't really build a lot of big houses in The Sims because I just don't. Well, if I do, it's more so like in Sims 4 because I don't really trust Sims 3 creators. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't really trust Sims 3 creator style mainly because I've had it crash on me a lot. But sometimes building in a Sims 3 can also be a hassle because the game will lag. And like I said, I've had the game crash so many times while just coloring items. And I had to stop the recording for this so many times to just save the game because I was like, listen, is The Sims 3 literally will fight you sometimes, y'all. It's like if you play for a really long time without saving, you'll get an error 12, and other times the game could just crash. So it's crazy, but you know, we get through it. So anyway, yeah, so this is like an ensuite bathroom to this room. There's also like another teen room upstairs. I had like a couple teen rooms that you'll see in a little bit. One of them has their own ensuite bathroom. It's this room right here. I didn't really have like a specific sim in mind for this, so I decided to just make this into like a generic teen room with an ensuite bathroom. You may have noticed right then that there was like a wall or like a floor. There was like a floor piece missing. I don't know what it is about this build, but like there's just one floor tile that I cannot like cover in the game. I could put a column underneath. It still will not show a little like grid. I can't do anything about it. So what I did was I built a wall originally around it, but then I still kind of noticed it. So what I did was I just put like a stair railing and kind of made it a little bit lofted. So you can kind of like see down on the first floor from the second floor. That was the best way I can get around it, y'all. So if you know how to fix it, feel free to, but my best workaround was just putting a railing around it so it doesn't show up in the video or in screenshots. Like you may see it like right here, like the little piece is missing. So I deleted the wall and just put some railings. That's the best way I could fix it, y'all. If you know how to fix it, feel free. I don't know how to fix it. Like the game would not let me, so it just be like that. Again, Sims 3 build mode, it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. But yeah, so moving on to this little section. This is like this right here is the other teen room. I put a cauldron in here just because like I just wanted some supernatural items. I also put a guitar, and then I put a art kit, like a street art kit, because I don't know, maybe your Sims want to do art or something like that. This is mainly for my household. I just wanted to have them have a lot of activities to do in the house, but if you want to download this, I am going to leave a link down below. So just know it just uses a lot of supernatural, a lot of stuff, but you know, it just is more so tailor-made for my Sims, but anyone can play in it. It's a Sims house. Anyone can use it if you want to. But yeah, so yeah, I just have like a bunch of random skill building items in the house. It's just kind of cool to have every once in a while. But yeah, that's why you see like a street art kit over there. But anyway, this little section is like another little home officey space. There's like two in this house, one downstairs, one upstairs. The one up here uses that bookshelf from Aurora Skies, there we go. It's one of my favorite bookshelves because it's just really big and nice. And then we have like a computer desk. That computer is really old. I'd assume that no one really uses this one anymore, but it's still good to have a computer. You never know when you might need it. And then this section up here is the game room. I use a bunch of store content in here because I don't ever think about my the fun need that much in The Sims. So I wanted just something to do upstairs. So I was like, you know, let's just make this into like a game room. These were going to be bedrooms up here, but I was like, nah. So we have a game room, and it has like a TV, game console. It had a foosball table, but I took the foosball table out, and then I kept like the basketball goals. And then you'll notice that there's two separate rooms upstairs, and I was going to make those into bedrooms, but I was like, let's just not. So like you'll see it's a bathroom over here over here on the left, and then on the right I made one of those rooms into like a VR room with the VR headsets. So we have that, and then there's also like an arcade game in there. There's also a dartboard in here as well, and then in the other room I put like I put a juice pong table in here, like alongside this wall right here. And then in this, like the other room over here on the other side, I put a pinball table in there, and then I also put some more arcade cabinets just to have just to have some fun stuff to do in here. I was very indecisive when it came to like this part of the build, but I don't know. I think it worked out pretty good, and you can feel free to change it any way you want to, y'all. Like, it's up to you, okay? But yeah, anyway, y'all, I think that's pretty much it for the speed build. So if you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Again, I'll leave this link down below. It just uses a bunch of stuff, so keep that in mind. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Feel free to follow me on Twitch for more Nightmare Legacy stuff, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching. Also, before I forget, please be sure to stick around for screenshots, because screenshots show you how the house will look when you go to playing it. So yeah, keep that in mind. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching.